Even before a digital crisis hits, it is imperative to put together a digital crisis plan, putting aside for a minute the specifics, the nature of the underlying business, the size of the business, the relevant industry, all items that we would absolutely factor into a tailored plan. There are 5 key items any digital crisis plan must include.
That's right. And before we get into it, it's important to note that it's always a good idea to seek help before you find yourself in the midst of a crisis. It's so much easier to prepare for a digital crisis before you're in the thick of it. Here are 5 key items that we always include. Define what constitutes a crisis. You'll want to sit down and consider what type of digital content would negatively impact your business. This depends entirely on what type of business or other entity you run, how you make money or otherwise thrive, and what type of content could negatively impact that.
You'll also want to identify your internal team and then designate roles. So in advance, you'll want to identify by name and title the best people on your team to engage and to activate in the event of a digital crisis.
Create dark pages. These are website pages that will stay dark, true to their name, unless and until a crisis hits. When it does, you'll be in a position to publish them immediately with some modifications and instantly communicate your position on the crisis, including an apology if warranted.
You'll also want to create your hotline response avenues. These are telephone numbers, email addresses, and other contact details for your organization that will be dedicated to crisis response in the face of a crisis. Test them to be sure that they're operative and that they can handle bulk outreach if needed.
Also, set up your digital monitoring. Use technology and some really good smart planning to stay on top of what's happening online without having to do it manually. Work smart, not hard.